Yo, how's it going? Same day as that previous video that I made like earlier in the day regarding like, you know, being consistent and stuff and being like on top of like just anything you're doing, work, gym, whatever, as long as you're showing up, you know, all that. If you watch the video, it was the video I will post, but I posted before this one. But I'm kind of discussing this topic that I've just kind of been like popping up in my head, and I feel that when I feel something and I'm thinking something, just hit record and like start talking about it. One thing I was talking about in my previous video though too, and the one before that I noticed, is that I say like a lot. So that's one thing I'm gonna try to focus on when I'm recording this one. But the main point in this video is like the importance of saying no. And what I mean by that is, we put ourselves in predicaments, especially as nice people or people who like put other people before other people. We tend to like put ourselves, look at that, caught myself. But we tend to put ourselves in positions where we can't say no. And what I mean by that is that we put ourselves in positions where where we're around family, friends, or people we want to impress. And when they ask us something to do something that we can't even do, like for example, like if we had a cup and it represented like water in the cup, and someone with an empty cup kept coming up to you and like consistently taking water out of that cup, eventually you will be left with none. So that ties into what I'm saying with saying no. Sometimes in life, unfortunately, as much as you want to help the next man or the next woman or the next, even your family member, sometimes you're just not in that position just yet. So a lot of people who are like not even in that position that I'm talking about will tend to say yes to like absolutely everything, even if they literally cannot do it. It's ridiculous. I've been in that situation. I know people who have been. I've heard stories. There's people who talk about it all over the internet. But I feel that it's a topic that people just don't touch on enough, and it's something that I want to touch on today. And briefly though, of course, I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know y'all busy or whatever. But look at, if we normalize saying no to people will honestly respect us more. You know why? Because we're being honest. It ties in with being honest. If you can't do something and the other person understands that, they're going to respect that, you know? There's going to be people who won't respect that, but that's because they're so used to you saying yes all the time. Understand? So let's focus on respecting ourselves and putting ourselves first. Like, let's make sure that cup is full to the max, you know, before we start helping other people and emptying out that cup, because eventually, trust me, with time, those favors wear you out. And then you're sitting there asking, when will they return the favor, or when will they refill that cup? That's the thing. Sorry, loud truck over there. Once you start emptying out that cup, that water that you gave out, never ever expect that water to come back. Once you give something, it's because you gave it away. Because it's like once you give someone something, imagine like throwing like jewelry in the ocean. Like, it's gone. Like, I mean, you could retrieve it, don't get me wrong, but that's not the point. The point is, like, when you're doing something for someone, make it be more genuine, more than like expecting like a little then rather than like you putting a little fish hook on like bait and like giving it to them and then like trying to pull it out of their stomach or whatever, wherever the fuck. Like, you know, like, let's prioritize saying no to people, because you're just going to be in a situation where you just like, you're going to be fucked. You know, and what I was saying with that fish analogy is like, don't do favors for folks, and then like you put that little favor on a fish hook, you throw it in their stomach, and then when it doesn't benefit you, you try to pull it out. Like, it's just gonna backfire, and you're gonna look like a bad person. So it's better for you to just be honest straight up, rather than you just going out of your way and like making yourself look like bad. You know, let's focus on that. All right, I love y'all. Thank you for listening. If you guys did, I appreciate all of y'all. Love y'all. Have a good night. God bless.